Me, MarcusAnu, being the great person I am, I'm currently co-emperor with my brother, Lucius Verus, and I always started out, even from the very beginning, I want to say that I started out as a pretty amazing person. I mean, my grandmother was like filthy, stinking rich. She owned like the second biggest fortune in Rome. And my freaking grandfather was a prefect. I was basically born for greatness. My whole family started out awesome. Ever since the day I was born on April 2nd, 121 BC, everybody's life, I feel like, just got a little bit better. But actually, how I came into seat as emperor was a little bit of a tricky business, because it started off at the top with the current emperor back in the day. It started out as Emperor Hadrian. He was on top, and he didn't really have any heirs. So then, he elected my adopted father, Antonius Pius, into the seat as emperor, but everybody knew, even I knew, sorry Dad, that he was just holding the seat for me and my adopted brother at the time. Because we were the ones who really meant to rule Rome. Ever since 17, I knew that's where I was gonna be. So, Antonius Pius, he was just a place warmer for me and my brother. So as I get a little later into my career, I actually was also on the consul in 140 and 145, and let me tell you, that is where I met my cousin. Oh, my cousin. I could say stories about her. Anna Faustina. I couldn't stay away. I married her. But aside from my emperorings, I also was a philosopher. I worked on a really nice kind of, compilation of all my thoughts. A journal, if you will, a literary journal. It was called The Meditations. Now, of course, all these philosophies came from Stoicism, which is the more beneficial religion of the time. It's a better philosophy. It's how I live my life. And it's just, I put all of my thoughts on that together, and I published it, all of my thoughts on, how to live life, how to be a productive emperor, and everything else that goes along with it. And eventually, it was published into a book. Now, my brother, on the other hand.
Dear brother, arrived from Syria. I've been busy doing that war stuff that you didn't handle. Anyway, I'm hoping on becoming a gladiator. So, don't die from that plague I sent over. From Lucius Versus.
He was always more military-minded. We got along gloriously. We were a pretty even power, to be honest, but everybody knew I was the one really making the bigger political decisions. And he had more glorified dreams of becoming like a gladiator or something. He was a little overprivileged, but we still respected each other in the end, because he could have taken me out anytime. But we co-ruled instead. Effectively. I think what a lot of people are really riled up about, what a lot of people are really angry at for me right now, is that my son was my cousin's wife. I put him as the heir. I put him as the next in line. There's nobody else to take the job, you know? It doesn't... He might have been underqualified, he might not have been the best suited, but he was my son. He was going to be ordered to execution if I didn't place him there. I had no other choice. This was important to me and important to the future of Rome. I wonder who's here. Connie's my son. Your face is falling off. But more importantly, I think I'm dying. I want to show you how to rule Rome and the Empire. Before I die, I just want you to know I think you'll be a terrible emperor. But you must. Connie!